for this song, we're gonna go to a drop D. Take that thick E string down to a D, match it with the D, the third string down. All right, now there's a couple ways to do the intro. You're gonna pick the E string, which is now a D. You're gonna pick that open. Then you're gonna mute it. I do it with my thumb. You could do it with a finger if you wanted to. But you're gonna do open E, and then you're gonna fret the 8th fret of the A string. You're gonna pick it 6 times, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, 6 times. So open, mute, and then pick the 8th fret of the A string 6 times. And then back to the open E. And then 8. So it's going to be E once, A 6 times, E once, A once, E once. And you're going to keep going back and forth between that. When you're hitting that E, you're going to let it ring out, but as soon as you're going back to that 8th fret of the A string, you want to mute it so you only hear that A string. So once you're done that little phrase, you leave that ring and you're going to hit it twice. And that's which starts the next part. You're going to do that 4 times, and then you're going to do the same thing again, but you're only going to hit the A string 4 times. You're going to get right into the verse. So that goes, you're going to do open 8 times. This is all on the E string, which is now a D. Open 8 times, 7th fret, 8 times, 5th fret, 8 times, and 3rd fret 8 times. I do down, up, down, up, down, up. You could do all downs if you wanted to, but that's what I do. And the song's played on a bass. It's not made for electric guitar, but here's how to do it. And then so you can play that part twice, where you're just picking that E string, and then you're gonna go to the pre-chorus, which is almost the same. You're gonna do open 8 times, then you go to the 7th fret 8 times, but then you're gonna go to the 8th fret 8 times, and then the 2nd fret 8 times. So. To the chorus, and the chorus is played 4 times. The tab I have says you just do the D string, which is the E string tuned down to a D. You're gonna do that 4 times, and then you're gonna make this D minor shape, but you're only gonna play the top 4 strings. So you can do up, down on the top 3 strings, and then you're going to do up, down on the bottom 4 strings. And I like to stop the sound of the guitar in between each shape, you could say. So you're going to do that twice, and then you're going to do this little riff. E string, 3rd fret 4 times. A string, 5th fret 4 times. And then 2nd fret E string, 4th fret A string. Then you're going to go back to the and then you're going to go back to what do we have here? The post-chorus. And this is it's going to be just like the pre-chorus. You're going to do open, 7, and then 8, and then 2. And you can do this little lick if you want. It would be a B string. You're going to do the 8th fret. You're going to bend it, and then pull off, and then the 7th fret of the G string. And then after you do that, you're going to go back to the verse, which is open 7, 5, 3, 8 times each. And you're going to do that 3 times. And then you do the pre-chorus again. Open 7, 8, 2. Now you can do this pre-chorus riff, and it's going to be four times on the E on the 3rd fret, and then you can do 5th fret twice on the A, and then 3rd fret on the D twice. And then 2nd fret on the D, or the E string. 4 on the 2nd fret of the E string, and then 2 on the 4th fret of the A string, and 2 on the 5th fret of the D string. Back to the beginning. So the way they do it in the song, you're going to play, I'll do it exactly how they do it. That last few notes, you're going to go, instead of doing the 2nd fret of the E, 4th fret of the A, 5th fret of the D, you're going to go 2nd fret of the E again 4 times, and then you're going to do the 7th fret of the D string, and then 5th fret of the D string, and then you can do 8th fret of the A string and 7th fret of the A string. Back to the, let's see, what do we have? And then you play the chorus again, I believe. The bridge, each note is played 8 times. So you can do the 1st fret of the A string, 2nd fret of the E, open of the E, and then 3rd fret of the E. Back to the 1st fret of the A, 2nd fret of the E, 5th fret of the A, 3rd fret of the A, 1st fret of the A, 2nd fret of the D, open of the D, and then 3rd fret of the E, 1st fret of the A, 2nd fret of the E. Alright, I'll play a little faster for you. Final riff, and it's a little difficult at first, but once you get it memorized, it's not too bad. Each note is played twice. You're going to start with the 5th fret of the A. I'll play it first real quick, see if I can get it right. This will repeat 4 times. And then it goes into this other little riff, but I'll show you what you're going to do. So 5th fret of the A, 3rd fret of the E, 7th fret of the E, open of the E, 1st fret of the A, 3rd fret of the A, or 3rd fret of the E, 3rd fret of the D, 4th fret of the A, 5th fret of the E, 5th fret of the A, 3rd fret of the E, 5th fret of the A, 2nd fret of the E, 4th fret of the A, and then 5th fret of the A again, and then open on the E.